This brings to mind a question. Is it permissible to stand for the flag? Is standing for the flag haram? Cal Kaepernick did it for his reasons. I see a lot of brothers, speaking loud about how they feel about the flag and things like that. But when you work for certain agencies or you're part of certain clubs that have a patriotic, stance, you know, um, it seems like it's an inevitable protest. We're not supposed to protest as Muslims, but then you get a public job, and it requires that you stand for the flag, or you're here. You go to the school, and you don't stand for the flag. That's a protest because your response as to why you don't do it is a political reason. So either you have to avoid those particular jobs or those particular clubs or whatever is going on, which can affect your livelihood, or you participate and don't stand, which is automatically a protest, and it's a protest in a recreational setting. It's not even like, it's a game. So you go to the game to protest, and we're not even supposed to protest. So it just seems a bit, I don't know. And then we get to, okay, I work at this school, I work here, I play here. They require that we stand for the flag, so I stand for the flag. Is that haram? Is that impermissible? What's the fiqh on that?
Like so many other things, this is a matter of vantage point and perspective. Of course, on the Muslim end, on the Islamic end, does the Muslim believe in divinely inspired law from a theological standpoint and spiritual standpoint? Absolutely. From a pragmatic standpoint, this divinely inspired law that is named Sharia, that we believe in from a theological and spiritual standpoint, where does it exist in today's world in an entire and holistic form? So then we'll be at a loss. So then the reality for most is that we are living on the ground and striving to the best of our ability to function in societies that we live in. Now, we also know from our law that when an individual is living in a non-Muslim country, then it is for that individual to conform to the laws of that country, so long as those laws do not conflict with one's belief, so long as one has the ability to not act in accordance with those laws that conflict with one's belief. And that's where we would enter into a matter of vantage point and perspective, because the abilities and authorities of individuals vary with regards to enjoining the good, forbidding the evil, and what impact that will have on an individual's personal life. So all of this has to be taken into consideration in the standpoints that we take in our lives. And we have to look at these things from a long-term standpoint, from the standpoint of eventuality, more so than the standpoint of the present, even though consideration is given to the present as well. So again, each individual has to examine their own individual situation and be willing to deal with what will result of that decision making. But we have to be looking at either one of those decisions from the standpoint of pleasing Allah to the extent of our ability and reducing that which is unlawful to the extent that we are able to reduce what is unlawful, whilst having the least impact upon our lives broadly.